What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Girls with Cancer. I'm your host, Becky,
Ashley,
and we are here with episode 10, talking today about
self-care.
self-care. Self-care is so underrated.
Right?
It is so important. Not even for anybody sick, for like
Everyone.
everyone. But people don't do it.
No. But I don't even remember, to be honest, like prior to getting sick, if I ever really, besides a few pedicures here or there.
Really?
Yeah.
So I tried to make it a priority.
Mm-hmm.
I would go for massages. Like I always had insurance benefits, right? So like I would use my benefits for massages or chiropractic, and I mean quite often I would have a sore back, so that's what I would go. But I would go for these things. I always had my nails done. I only just recently started getting my eyelashes done only because they all fell out from chemo, and when they grew back in, they are like thin and poker straight and blonde. Like, right. All the body hair grew back black. Even the hair on my head grew back really dark, and then my eyelashes grew back very blonde and very straight. So I actually hate eyelash extensions. I hate how they look. I hate how they feel.
But I mean,
otherwise I look like a little bald chicken. So
I loved eyelashes when I was younger. And then my eyes just swelled up. They swelled up, like swollen shut. I have a picture of it. Yeah. They were on for only like a day, and my eyeballs were like burning and tingling. And then the next day I woke up and it looked like I had two black eyes.
From eyelash extensions?
Yeah. We couldn't even get them off. Like, to like when you go back in, like, they'll pull it off. Over. Yeah. My eyes were so big that it tucked my eyelashes back in.
Oh my god.
It was crazy. Yeah, I'm just very sensitive, so allergic to the glue. Even the non-allergenic glue, whatever they got. They say, yeah, it still doesn't work for me. So
I actually find
I just stick with my normal.
The stuff that she uses on mine, it's not strong. Like, I don't even water after. Normally, it's like burning. Like, they might as well just pour acid into your eyeballs. No, this one's totally fine. Yeah. So I'll keep them for now.
Yeah,
and
they look great. I love the look at them, but I can't even do hair extensions. I don't I want to, just itchy. It bothers me. I want to run my brush through it. So
you mean you don't want to wear a wig?
Wigs would probably be different because I'm not putting things in.
No, it's the worst.
No.
I was on the plane yesterday and I was like, kept adjusting. I kept like sneaking because I didn't want anyone to know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like there and I'm like trying to like quickly.
You can't tell. I can't tell.
This
but you think that you can, but it looks great.
This is a very expensive and good one, so it better. Yeah. This is one I picked up the other day. They needed to fix it, so I brought it to Mexico a few months ago, and it just got frizzled by the sun, and so I took it back to where, actually not where I bought it from, where I bought other wigs, and they have someone who will like totally redo it, like steam it and curl it and deep condition it, and actually
it looks good. They did a good job in the curls.
The Vegas sun might have frizzled it up a little bit, but like this one's a lace front, and so the lace on it after Mexico, it was a yellow and hot mess. I had to cut it, and like you only have so much to cut. So anyway, that's not a wig episode as we do. But you know what I was thinking today in the shower, planning out what wig I was going to wear today. We should do a wig episode because I mean you are kind of the exception without having to wear a wig or without going bald, but a lot of cancer patients go bald, right? So
I'll put a wig on. I'll try one on.
I have a million of them, so you might as well.
Wouldn't mind being a brunette or
well, I don't do
not.
I have like a really short have you seen the movie Chicago? That's what it reminds me of, like short little bob with bangs. It was more just like a gimmicky one. It looks really bad on me. I would never wear it. And I also have one that's like half black, half kind of this like coppery color. Cool. Again, short bangs. My aunt and my cousin sent me a bunch. Yeah. I don't know why they had them. I can't remember now, but they sent me a whole bunch, so that's why I have so many.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I try to stick to the blondes.
Blondes look good
for the most part. Yeah. Because up until chemo, I had blonde hair. So we'll see now. I have it bleached, as you saw from the Karen episode. It's like bleached with like a lot of roots. So,
but it is coming in quite dark.
I know,
right? It is dark.
I hate it. Because before I got sick, I bleached my hair for 10 years. And now, granted, that's not the best thing for you. It's probably really toxic also. Yeah. And it's definitely not good for your hair. My hair never grew past like here probably because it would just break off all the time. But I had decided right before I got sick that this was the year that I was going to grow my hair out and it was going to get nice and long. And my hairdresser said to me, "Oh no, you can either keep bleaching it or you can grow it, but you can't do both." Yeah. And to me, I'm like, yeah, of course I can do both. No, you can't. It's one or the other.
I was like,
so she did like a beautiful balayage on it. It was darker, and it was fall when I had gotten it, the end of 2022. Yeah. So it looked really natural and nice. And then, psych, January got sick.
Now you're really starting over.
Yeah, but then I bleached it the second I had like this much hair. I bleached it because I love the look of like shaved head bleached. Now I don't know what's going on. It is just, I'm back to wigs. So
I still think it looks great.
But all of this, it's kind of an aside, but it is still self-care.
Yeah, it is self-care.
Getting your hair done is self-care. And now I'm not saying that all self-care has to be spending a lot of money and looking good and doing things that are more...
Go outside, read a book, have a lemonade or whatever you want, sit there and just relax. It's more so taking time for yourself and giving yourself that time. And you know, the saying is, if you look good, you feel good. Fake it till you make it. You know, that's a lot. Like when I had my good days and I put on makeup, I just didn't feel like I was a sick person anymore, you know?
Exactly.
And you really can trick your mind.
I think so, yeah. When you're looking in the mirror all the time at a bald person, for in my case, like a boobless person, a person who's gained a whole bunch of weight from treatment, like... it's hard not to look at myself and be like, oh my gosh, you look sick. But now I'm looking at this camera screen and I'm like, okay, I just got my wig done. I have this like cute little outfit on. I got just the slightest bit of sun in Las Vegas. And I'm like, oh, okay, I don't feel like a sick person right now. No, I'm not a sick person anymore. I should correct that.
You're healing.
But I don't look like a person who's gone through a year's worth of treatment, in my opinion. But I do try to really focus on self-care now. I take a lot of baths, and I did all through chemo and stuff as well. I was kind of on a system too, like with chemo, it's kind of a double-edged sword because like who wants that nastiness in your body? Yeah. Get it out of me the second I can. But also you kind of want it in your body for X amount of days so that it can do what it needs to do. Exactly. So when I was reading about it with coffee enemas, it was saying at least like 4 to 7 days post chemo, do not do a coffee enema because you don't want to get rid of what's in your body because it's trying to do what it needs to do inside your body. And then after that, and then some schools of thought say don't do it at all during chemo, but so it's the same with baths. Like I would always do essential oils, baking soda, either bentonite clay or did I say Epsom salt already? No. My brain is so fried. Epsom salt, sometimes charcoal. Yeah. And I would throw them in your bath because those are binders and they also draw out of you. So toxins. Yeah, so I would make sure that I would be probably the week after chemo before I would do things like that. But I was consistently doing them probably every week because I thought it was really important to detox. Another good thing for self-care and also helping you detox is a sauna. I'm blessed to live in a 70s house. So we've got a wood, like a wood box in the basement. Yep. And it's actually pretty underused for how much I rave about saunas.
We've talked about it
for like a year. I'm like, should do it. Sauna. Have we? No, not once. No. We should. Well, not today. But
maybe we'll do an episode in there.
Like the acoustics would be so good in there. Like it's not echoey because it's like such thick wood and it's a tiny box. It's like the size of a closet. I think you can fit 2 people comfortably. 3. We've had 4 in there before, but you were like right beside each other. Yeah. So it's pretty tight, but the acoustics in there are awesome. The only thing is I have no idea where the camera would go, and also would it get hot?
Right? There's things to think about.
We would have to like have it really low and not like sweating our brains out, or do like a quick segment in there where it's like cranked up, and then like the camera's in there for like 5 minutes because you know like when your phone gets too hot it'll say iPhone too hot, or Android doesn't do it as much because it's a superior product, but
I love my iPhones.
But yeah, I've definitely had my phones in there and I keep them like on the floor level and eventually it'll say it's just too hot so it can't be there. So if we do a session there, short and sweet. But it's a great way to detox. It's a great way to give yourself self-care. What you're actually doing when you're sweating is you're detoxifying. You're getting out nasty toxins. So like your lymph nodes are there to collect junk in your body, and then they spit them out. So if you're not sweating, which I always, like, I'm not a sweater, I would always tell people, like, oh, I don't sweat. Like, I thought it was so cool. No, it's not. It's probably another reason why I got sick, because it's like I'm not releasing toxins. I'm just holding on to them. I'm not even surprised that I had cancer in the lymph nodes, because my lymph nodes weren't able to get rid of them.
Yeah, I had cancer in lymph nodes too.
Yeah. Do you sweat? Are you...
Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, you know, I've had years and years of working out, and now that we're talking about it, I don't really sweat when I work out.
Yeah, no, I don't at all. When I had hair, maybe a little bit like at the nape of my neck, where the hair would touch. Definitely, because I have big boobs, like underneath my boobs. Oh. Go on. I have no idea where this is going.
I'll stop.
You okay?
I am lack of sleep. My baby woke me about 4 a.m. and then just until morning.
And he just stayed up?
He just, I don't know, yeah. Mommy, wake up. I'm like, just not.
No,
time.
thank you.
I'm like, please.
Go back to bed. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I do not miss that. I do not miss that.
There's going to be days where I'm not going to be able to get this kid up when he's older. But...
Oh, it's so good. My 11-year-old does not want to get out of bed ever. And I mean, granted, school days, that's tough. She texted me at 5:45 this morning, so I don't know how or why she was up, but I'm happy, because otherwise it's like drag her butt out of bed and yell. I'm a yeller all the time. Get out of bed. I'm not driving you. You're going to miss the bus. And yet I drive them every day because she misses the bus all the time. This isn't just like once or twice. There are videos on my phone from when she was little, and she was like such a sensory kid. Like if her sensory system was activated, she would lose her mind. So what I mean by that is like seams on clothes, pants, underwear, socks. Oh my gosh, if her socks had strings in them, which all the kids' socks do because they're all designs, she would lose her mind. And if they didn't match each other, lose her mind. And if she had not a great sleep, nothing felt good at all. She would put pants on and freak out. So I have all these videos on my phone of her screaming and freaking out on the ground, and me calling her and being like, hey, I'm gonna be late again because my kid's having an absolute mental breakdown over sock strings.
Yeah.
So I'm not
my son has, well, he's also at that age, but I'm like,
just wait. Is he in kindergarten next year?
No, he's 9 days late of the cutoff.
Oh.
So he won't be until the year after.
Oh. It's nice, and then it isn't nice. Like, as a mom, having to make lunches every day is the bane of my existence.
See, I'm a meal prepper.
You love it. You're gonna love making lunches.
I love it.
Your kid's gonna have bento boxes all the time. He already
does. Because he goes to daycare when I'm...
Yeah. For someone like me, who is Chaos McGee, like, it's, what can I throw in the morning? And it's like, okay, you get this apple. Oh, you don't eat apples? Too bad, I don't care. Like, oh, here's a pack of Mr. Noodles. I'm not going to cook it for you. Just eat it on its own.
Put that hot water in there.
Not even.
No.
Just eat it dry. I don't care. And then, like, they can't have peanut butter and stuff at school.
Oh, yes, that's right.
It's, like, so easy to make a sandwich with peanut butter. But no, then I have to try and make a meat sandwich. Do they want a meat sandwich? No, of course not. Why would they?
Yeah. Days and either. I try. Nothing.
No, it's a nightmare. It's like they can't just eat the same thing every day. You're a meal prepper. You like eating the same thing every day.
I'll change it up from week to week, but 5 days in a row, yeah, I don't mind.
I was thinking about that this morning. So this, again, so off topic.
This is still self-care. You meal prep. That takes care of yourself. You know you're on track. You have your body is getting the right nutrients. You're not going out for a cheeseburger. You know, it's still taking care of yourself.
So I just got back from Vegas like 2 a.m, and I didn't eat great while I was there because like how can you, right? Hard. It's not like I'm just going to salad fast food places all the time. It is very hard. You want something quick, or it's so hot there, like you're just grabbing something quickly when you're walking through a casino. So I weighed myself this morning, and it was not good for me. And I was like, hey, what do you need to do to take care of yourself? Because at this point, since last summer when I started chemo, I've now gained 25 pounds since then. And I know that is a very natural side effect of chemo is weight gain, because it does start to put you into menopause. And menopause, there's a whole host of things that come along with that, including weight gain. But I'm like, okay, I need to really get focused on my eating. And like, good thing I'm friends with Ashley, because I need this girl to help me.
We're gonna do a show on that.
Yeah, and you're right. It is self-care. I never even thought of that because to me it's like a chore, but it's like self-care is not a chore. It's something you get to do to treat yourself.
And I love it. You know, I've honestly been bringing my lunch kit for years. You do. Every day here. I always make sure, and I'm also hypoglycemic, so I have to make sure I have food on me. But probably since I was 22, I've been living this lifestyle, and honestly, and it is a lifestyle. It's become who I am, and I love it so much. And I thanked myself because after my third surgery, I was so tired, and then dealing with my stomach going up and down. But I would thank myself, because if I didn't have that, it would be hard to start after, you know? And I'm so grateful that I had that in me and just kept pushing to do it. And I love it. And my son loves it. And I do it because we live with my sister and her husband, and I do it for them too. It's an easier way for me to make sure I'm getting everything.
Yeah. Like when I do it, I'm really happy about it. Like my friends and I always say like, oh, let's get together on a Sunday and like do a few hours of meal prep, and it sucks for, a few hours, but then it's done. It's
done for 5 days for me, like.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going grocery shopping today because I have absolutely nothing in this house.
We can do it together. Not today, but we can pick a day and I can help you do it.
Well, this morning I was like, what do I eat? Again, all in the name of self-care. I'm trying to take care of myself. I looked at the bag of candy. My kid made a candy salad. That's so in right now.
What?
Candy salad. It's so goodness. In. Everyone wants candy salad. No, it's just a bag of candy. It's not a salad.
And a mixture.
But I looked at it in my cupboard today and I was like,
I've seen that. Okay.
I know.
Yes.
And I'm like, you close that cupboard. And so I looked in my very bare fridge.
Yeah.
And I found some eggs, which are from my friend's garden, from my friend's farm. And I found deli meat, which I do not normally like, but this one was like free of all the crap and organic. So I thought it was okay. I didn't even enjoy it. And then I found radishes, organic radishes, which why are they even there? How'd they get there? But they were so good. I cut them up and I put them in a frying pan when I cooked my eggs. Yeah, they were so good. Like, and it's like I eat this food and I love the food. Like, why the heck don't I eat it all the time? It's so delicious.
You can. It's just with anything, you have to. It's consistency. What did they say? It takes 3 weeks to get into the routine of going to the gym, and then you want it, and then it's it becomes your lifestyle. It's the same with anything you do in life.
Yeah, I think it says 21 days to create any habit. Yeah. But that I wonder because like, would it take you 21 times of doing meth to become an addict?
But I think that's
probably just 1 or 2 times. I'm thinking maybe it means good habits.
I think good habits.
It's only 1 or 2 times for meth, 21 times for the gym.
Yeah, so be careful what you put in your body.
Right. Self-care.
Self-care. Oh my goodness.
So what kind of things other than meal prep do you do for self-care?
I used to love like chemical-based soaps, perfumes.
Like going to Bath and Body Works?
Yeah, but honestly, that stuff gives me a headache. But it's all chemicals. Perfume is chemical. I don't wear perfume anymore. Even my son, I don't put cream on him. The only thing that I put on him is coconut oil, because coconut oil actually kills bacteria. So I have his little container made with him with essential oils, and after the bath we'll always put it on. He puts it on himself, he loves it, and your skin is so soft. So I've changed that for our healthcare, and everything I use like all natural. All natural shampoos, all natural face stuff like the tallow.
I have it here.
Put that on every day. Yep.
Not to like push it or anything. I was just using it.
This honestly, I'm so grateful for our friend who come up with this, because it's honestly amazing. I put that on my face every single day. I alternate between that and coconut oil, because you don't really, or even laundry detergent. I make my own.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's just fancy.
It's only baking soda, really.
Yeah.
And essential oils, but you don't realize all the stuff that has chemicals in it, and how our skin is the biggest organ. Like at school or daycare, when I drop my son off, I'm like, please do not put the sunscreen on him. I have to write a letter because they have to by law or whatever to put on the kids to put them outside. But it's like, you're putting straight chemicals, and I mean, I might get backlash, but each to their own. But this is what I do for as a stage 4 cancer survivor, this is what I do for me and my family. Tide. You know, you wash your clothes and all these chemicals, and then it's still in your clothes and it's going to seep into your body.
Isn't it funny that, like, when, for whatever reason, that YouTube challenge was to eat Tide Pods, and people were, don't you remember that? Tide Pod challenge? They would, like, eat an entire thing, and people were getting really sick, if not dying. So it's like, yeah, if you ingest it, you die, but, like, you're going to put it on your clothes, which is on your skin, which is your biggest organ.
That's what,
and it leaches into you. These are endocrine disruptors. Every time my kids want to go to Bath and Body Works, I'm like, endocrine disruptors, but like my kids don't care.
The form of cancer.
Yes, and endocrine. That's right. Yeah, so you've got to be very cautious of what you're taking in. Yeah, to go back to the tallow there, again, not to push it, it's just we love it so much. So I brought a bunch to Vegas this weekend, or what day is this? I brought it to Vegas this week. So I lived off of this. This is the Calm Balm. This is a magnesium tallow. And like, if you've ever been to Vegas, you are walking a lot. In 3.5, almost 4 days, because we got there Sunday morning and we left yesterday afternoon. 85,000 steps. Yeah.
How did you even do it?
So I'm in a lot of pain, I'll be honest. And as someone who's tired all the time, I really overdid it, and that was stupid, and I'm going to be paying for it. I almost canceled today, to be honest, because I was like, I'm so tired. I can't even move. I stood up this morning out of bed. I was in so much pain, but I thought, no, I'm committed to this. It's my own fault that I did this. But I was also telling my husband during that there's something about the sun being out that energizes you. Like, someone who's previously been sick, like, I can't even do 10,000. Like, I went back past Sunday to my steps. 5,000 is around my usual, which it seems like a lot. There's some days it's like 3,000. That's pathetic. And then, you know, like the first day we got there, 24,000. And it's like, there's something about the sun being out that just gives you energy.
Because your body needs vitamin D.
Yeah.
And we lack it.
Yeah. Oh, big time. So that's why I think partly why I was like able to go so much. But like, I lived off of this Calm Balm because my muscles were so sore. So not even just the night, like even midway through the day, I would go back to my hotel room and I would slather my legs and my feet in this, because magnesium helps to just calm your muscles down, to relax them. So I lived off of this. The other thing too is this one is, what is this? Balanced, and that's like a skincare one. I use this one on my face, and I'm like, I have next to nothing left, because I've had it for oh gosh, over a year, because it lasts forever. It's not even the same branding anymore. That's how old it is. But I lived off of this because my legs chafed so bad. The fun part about weight gain is that your thighs get big and then they chafe. And so the first day they were on fire, and I tried a couple different things and nothing was working. And then I slathered it in tallow and it was gone.
So I just beat myself up. That's so funny. So I ended up getting this rash, not sure where, but it was on my chest. And I had 2 doctors like, no, you need to put on that cortisone. Cream.
Cortisone.
Steroid, right? And I'm like, no, I don't want it. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's not going to take it away. So I'm like, hey, fine, whatever. It was huge. I'm going to be posting a reel about it here shortly. And it was huge. And so, sure, it kind of worked, you know, for the first like day or 2. But this rash would not go away. And then I was like, hey, and I thought about putting this on. And when I had told the doctor, they're like, no, absolutely not. Don't put anything else. You need to put this on. So then I gave up, because they kept trying to make me take Benadryl and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm tired of this. And I didn't take it after the 3rd day. So the 7th day, because I stopped, I think 3 days too with the cream too. And it got a little bit better, but then it just kept getting worse. Within, I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm putting the tallow on. Within not even, just overnight, not even 24 hours, 12 hours maybe, the rash was gone by morning.
I am not surprised, because when I got that chemo rash, my very first round, I was covered head to shoulders. Not maybe my back, I can't remember, but like it was in my ears, like behind my ears, down my neck, my throat, the back of my neck, and my face. zits, like so many zits, and I looked pubescent. It was painful. It was so bad, and I was like, "What the heck is this? Like, what do I do?" And that's when I got the Unblemished from Nutella. I put it on, like within a day, it was gone. Yeah, it was amazing. Your body needs it.
Your body really does.
This is self-care to me. It's taking care of my skin.
But another thing is listen to your body. You know, like you can tell, be very in tune with yourself. I have always been in tune with myself. So I knew when I was getting sick, I was sick.
We could say that 18 bazillion times. Yeah, to listen to your body.
But you have to want to do it, you know? And like, I think that's what comes with self-care. I never did it because I didn't think it was important. And then after this journey, I'm like, it's so important. You know, I never really liked getting my nails, and now I just feel good when I have them. You know,
so I had nails before just because I have super weak. I've always had weak short nails. I chew them really bad, and they're like paper thin. So I got them, and they were really good throughout. And then now that I'm 6-7 months post chemo, now my nails are starting to get bad because chemo really affects your nails. And normally it's during, so I don't know why it's waiting till now to start. So I keep them on because otherwise it'd be like mush. They would hurt. Yeah. So I don't want to spend money on this. I don't want to put these chemicals into my body, but
you know,
I don't know what else to do.
It's got to be balanced. This makes me feel good. I'm gonna do it. Well, myself. Fair. You know, like I make my own soap. Like
really,
that's fun. You know, like I do enough things, and sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, or other people think that, but. It's a balance.
I follow a lot of homesteader pages on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm so jealous of your life. You make your own soap and your detergents, and you cook everything. And like, this one lady, her kid wanted Cheez-It crackers. I love Cheez-Its. She made her own. And they were beautiful.
Yet. I know. Maybe one day.
But a lot of these homesteader moms, they don't have jobs, and this is their full-time job, and so I appreciate that they're able to do that, but they're also homeschooling on top of it. Man, these girls are wonder moms. I wish I had this life. Maybe one day.
Right.
I'd love to be super mom. My kids would have no idea what was going on if we're like, no, we're not getting McDonald's, no, we're not going to Subway, we're making McDonald's burgers at home.
Right, like I don't know what her name is on TikTok, but she just makes everything from scratch, and I'm like, man, I love it. I wish I could.
I think a lot of people want to be like that. Like, do any of us feel good going through the McDonald's lineup? Like,
it's just convenient.
I went at 1 a.m. last night after the plane, and it was delicious. Don't get me wrong, but like my heart's doing this thing. So backstory here. Yeah. When all of the COVID nonsense was going on, and I was about to lose my job, like I knew for months that I was going to lose my job because I was refusing to get the vaccine. Yeah. And one day I'm sitting in bed and my heart just like started pounding out of nowhere. I wasn't doing exercise, I wasn't eating anything, and I looked and it was like 140, and it stayed like that for like 6 minutes. I thought, that seems really weird, I should probably go get it checked out. So I went to a walk-in clinic, and he was like, you're having a panic attack. And I was like, what? No, I'm not an anxious person at all. I'm so nonchalant about everything. No. He said, yeah, you are. You're having a panic attack. I'm like, no, that's stupid. So I just ignored it. But he referred me to a cardiologist just to be mindful of it. So for the last 2.5 years, I've just periodically checked in with this guy. Fast forward to getting cancer. I had to get a bunch of scans and stuff. There's a 6 centimeter cyst on my heart.
I'm sorry?
6 centimeters is like...
Oh, I know. I had an 8 centimeter. That 6.3 centimeters was my cancer tumor.
Right. Well, it's on my heart.
What?
And he said there's not much he can do about it next to open heart surgery, which he doesn't want to do because it's not really doing anything. Or is it? I don't know.
When did they find this out?
Like I think my first echo or my first my first MRI when I first got sick last February. So that no one seems to be concerned about it. So maybe it's like perfectly normal to have that much inside of you on your heart, your main organ next to your brain. But anyway, lately, and then I was going to say, like, on the chemo, the Herceptin drug that I was on, it's very hard on your heart. So every 3 months I have to go for an echo or what's called a blood pool scan, but I choose the echo because it's no radiation. And they check the ejection fraction of your heart to make sure it's not below 50. I don't know what any of these mean, so like look it up, I guess.
Yeah.
But mine's always been just above 50, 52, 54, something like that. So they've said that it's fine. Basically, Herceptin causes heart failure, or can cause heart failure. So they want to just be mindful of it and check me every 3 months for 18 months.
And they know for sure it's not cancerous?
Well, I don't know. Can you get heart cancer? Is that a thing?
Well, the cyst itself have cancer in it.
Wow.
No one after this.
No one seems to be concerned about it, so I don't know. So so they check my heart, but the last few months more so, my heart will do this like the pounding thing, and this whole trip, I don't know if I was just dehydrated or if I overexerted myself or if it's something totally different, but my heart would start to do it, and it gets to the point where it's like fluttering so much that I'm almost out of breath from it. So remember when I said I OD'd on THC?
Yes.
Well, my heart was like 160 for like an hour, and I had a very hard time breathing. That's like why when you think you're having a heart attack, you're like, but so my heart keeps doing this thing. And so last night I'm on the plane on the way home, and it kept doing it a lot to the point where it was like getting a little bit dizzy. And I would I'd feel it like this. And every time I'd get the pressure in my chest, it would skip a beat here. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, nothing. And then it'd be like, oh. And it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing.
You don't think you should go get that checked
out?
So
then last night we landed. This happened a lot, especially on the plane. We landed and I was starving, and so we're like, let's just go grab. I got a chicken McMuffin because I hate to take care of myself. But it's so
I
good.
love McChickens.
And this is the breakfast version. Immediately in eating it, my heart is pounding like so hard again, and it's doing this, and I'm like, and that was another reason why I was like, you need to start eating really good, because like I'm honestly scared of having a heart attack. Like it's so stupid. I'm 37.
It's not stupid. You have to give your body, you have been through stuff that not anyone can say they've been through.
Well, not a lot of people my age, for sure.
No.
I guess I just think because I'm 37 and I'm not like obese or anything, and I'm not, I don't lay around all day long, like I was pretty active prior to getting sick, and I even still during being sick, I'm fairly active in that I'm not immobile or an invalid, but like I'm not morbidly obese, so like why would I even think that I'm having a heart attack or something? So long and short of why I said all that, I really want to take care of myself in that the water and the eating, because I wonder if that's causing my heart to do stuff.
You do need to drink more water.
I haven't had any today, and my tongue is like a paste.
First thing at our house, my son, every single morning, what we do, he doesn't do the Celtic sea salt, but I get the few grains of Celtic sea salt, I put it on my tongue, drink the water, and I tell him, I'm like, you need to make sure you get your organs going. And he's like, okay, Mom. And he'll go get his water. Because that's what we do every single morning before we do anything.
These are good habits to get your son into. I need to get myself. I think
I'll just have to call you when I wake up. Did you get your water?
I'd be like, no,
Did
Mom,
you drink your water? And I am. I've always been the mom out of the group.
Yeah, well, I can tell.
Or bring my little food prep.
I know you do. And I'm like, have I eaten today? Did I brush my teeth? What day is it? That's me normally. Did my kids eat? I think so. I hope. On that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back right after this.
We are so excited to announce that we have partnered with Wishbone Wellness. She is a local business that delivers to Edmonton and surrounding areas. She has so many amazing products. You guys definitely should check it out. Bone broth helps with gut health and digestion, contains anti-aging properties, supports immune function and joint health, high in protein, collagen, vitamins, and minerals. You will receive 10% off with our discount code.
Quite a bit longer of a break than we had anticipated. We did an interview with someone named Brian Snow. His show on YouTube is called The Brian Snow Show. It's a show on sports, but he is actually a cancer survivor. He had stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and we just thought it'd be really cool to be able to share our stories together, since we all know what the other has gone through. So please go check out his show. He's just very talented.
He's an amazing man.
He's an amazing man, and he's such a good speaker, and he's so talented when it comes to all his graphics and things like that. So yeah, we have a lot to learn from him. Yeah. We've been very lucky.
Them help.
Well, yeah, we do.
We've had a few people guide us in the right way, so that's been amazing.
People have been so nice to us. We are so blessed in that. In the break, I went and got a big water because
as you know,
shamed me.
I always have mine.
This water has been in my fridge for since before I left. So it's ice cold, which I love. And the cup.
Do you love cold water?
Oh, I do. I love it so much. I know you're not supposed to drink cold water because it's better for your internal processes. But I love it. I think because your body has to warm it up before it can use it. So it's that much extra, but I love it. It feels good. So anyway, we're talking self-care today. Ashley and I have discussed a couple of things that we do, but we wanted to get more into detail about ways that you can show your self-care. It's going to look different for every person, and definitely what you do and what I do are so different. It isn't just looking pretty, getting your nails done,
going for walks and go get out in nature, go to the gym, go walk on a treadmill, or do things that's going to better yourself for your body and your mind.
Yeah, so exercise, as much as I hate doing it, exercise is self-care. It is probably the number one thing that you can do for your body, because we talked about this in our grounding episode. We've talked about this on a bunch of other episodes. Your body is designed to be in motion. If you look at early civilizations, they didn't have conveniences like a vehicle or desk jobs, things like that. These people were hardworking and they were out working all the time.
Active.
Yeah, very active and in nature, and your body craves it. Oh my gosh, I wanted so bad to have no shoes on this entire trip to Vegas. I said to Andrew, I need to find some grass. I need to find grass. And there was times where I ended up just taking off my sandals and just being on the brick or the concrete. And I know that that's not grounding per se, but I was craving it so bad.
I actually got the grounding sheets yesterday.
Okay.
And honestly, I can feel a difference. I always have a pain from a car accident when I was younger. And you know what? Today, it's not as bad.
Oh.
But I am actually extremely tired. But I also had a rough sleep. But I feel like, I'm going to keep trying it. But I have to say it works.
I think in anything that you're doing to try and better yourself, there's going to be that transition process. Look, anytime you start to diet, you're going to have sugar and yeast die off. And anytime you go back to the gym, you're going to have pain from no activity to activity. So, counseling, you're going to go through a lot of
emotional
trauma release. So anything that you do for your body to help it comes with a bit of pain. It's why people don't stay consistent with anything, because it doesn't feel good, right?
I'm in therapy, and you know what? I love it. It helps me heal my body.
Yeah. But I wonder if that's what your grounding sheets are doing.
That's what I thought this morning.
Having to rewire a lot of things.
Because I'm just, I'm just exhausted today. But you know what? I'm excited to keep going, because I do feel like it is reprogramming myself. I do feel better.
Yeah, next episode when we record, you'll have been sleeping on them for a week. Tell everyone how you feel after that. See if there's any difference. See if it's worth getting. I truly believe in it. Yeah. We said last time we live in a climate that doesn't tolerate grounding all year long. So being able to have sheets or grounding pad or just things that you can get that in the colder months. I mean, we're in the warmer months. You could be doing it now, but add it to it.
Doing both, why not? If it's gonna heal me from the inside, please.
I will take anything.
I need help as much as I can get.
So I would consider that self-care. I mean, anything that you do to better yourself is self-care. There's a lot of, I think, a lot of pressure to be really beautiful and really perfect body and stuff right now. So we tend, especially as moms, to get it in our head that when we're doing self-care, it's just for physical things or for cosmetic things, but it's not. It's getting 8 hours of sleep in a day.
Self-care could be being kind to yourself, giving yourself motivation, you know, because I do know as moms, even we don't give ourselves enough credit, but single parents, you know, like not just women, men too, like we don't actually tell ourselves what a good job we're doing. You know, I didn't for years, but now I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. You know, I've been able to survive. My body kept me alive, you know.
You know what I think another form of self-care would be, and I think it's probably under talked about? Forgiveness. Self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. Because again, if you're holding on to something, it is just
destroying your body.
Yeah, it's causing a lot of toxicity on the inside. So when you release that, when you forgive and let go, you're caring for yourself. You're letting your body heal because that part is no longer weighing you down.
And that doesn't mean you have to allow whoever that person you're forgiving back into your life, because you have to set those boundaries for yourself. But it is very big to forgive and to just release it and move forward.
I found through this process of being sick, forgiving what went on between my ex-husband and I, so healing. Now, he is obviously in my life. We have children together. But we have a really great relationship now, and I don't think a lot of divorced people get to say that. But it was very healing, and we talked about this when we did Lorna's podcast, that like just being able to forgive that and to release myself of that, you know, it doesn't necessarily release the person of what they've done or whatever, but when you release yourself of that, you're able to flourish and you're able to grow. And I really do think that in this whole process, like looking back, it's like, yeah, what went on in my marriage was hard and it sucked, but it's like, that's not my reality now. It shaped me to be who I am today, and to be able to let that go and move on from it. Oh God,
it's like a weight lifted.
Yeah, I carried a weight on my shoulders for 10 years that, you know, that affected my current marriage, it affected my parenting, and you know, stuff does still come up. Like, I'm also in counseling because it's important, another form of self-care, and stuff comes up that it's like I didn't even know that I was still struggling with from my first marriage.
Because and we push it down and push it down, you know, and then it's like, oh my God.
So yeah, forgiveness is a huge form of self-care that I would absolutely encourage, just from my own experience. Like when you let it go, it doesn't mean you've forgotten about it, but you've let it go. It doesn't hurt you anymore. It doesn't have any power over you anymore.
Because it really does have power if if you're so angry all the time.
Well, do you ever have anyone in your life, and I know you do, and I know that I do for sure, where you hear their name and you're just like, oh. It's like that's unforgiveness, and that's creating problems in your body.
When I found out I had cancer, I was like, oh, like I just want to make peace, because I don't know what's going to happen to me, you know? And your body does need that release of like, to be able to heal, you know?
Yeah, it does. It needs a lot to heal.
It does.
But like
that's why we do all these episodes. There's so many different things we need.
Right? Yeah, like what's, you know, supposed to be a self-care episode is more like a lecture on like not holding on to grudges any longer.
You know, all our episodes, they have a where we start a theme, but it's like there's so many amazing things we can talk about or try and help you guys with that have helped ourselves.
Yeah, you go through like a whole learning process. An awakening when you get sick. Again, not with cancer, I say this all the time, any sort of sickness or any sort of tragedy or whatever in your life, you learn a lot. You see things differently, and I truly believe that this is an opportunity to change, because you could be a certain way for whatever, like we all have a past, we've all done things that we are not proud of, and nothing changes that,
and that doesn't make us who we are today. No. You know, like I've had a past, but that, you know, everyone can change and can grow, but they have to want to, you know. And I find that there's awful people out there. It's like, well, you've done this. It's like, let it go.
Honestly, I've said this before. Nobody deserves to go through this sort of sickness, to be stressed all the time and to think that they're going to die all the time. It's like, because just because you've done something bad in your life doesn't mean you're a bad person. Mm-hmm. Like, I think we need to start separating actions from who we are. And my mom's always said this about kids, like, don't say like you're a bad kid. No, like, they've done something that you didn't like, or that they did something bad, but they're not bad. Yeah. It's different because you take that as your identity when you, and we've said this again on a million episodes, like that sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, if you tell yourself you're a certain way, you are a certain way. Right? So it's like,
so you have somebody telling you that all the time. You're like, okay, that's just who I am.
So it's like really important through this journey to talk really kind to yourself and give yourself the credit you deserve, and to just release all that negativity in the past. So I think
self-care. Yeah. If you don't do it, you haven't done it, you're a busy mama, just make that time for you, or a busy man, you know, just make sure you have, even if you can do 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever you can, but try and do that for yourself, because your body will thank you.
To me, self-care looks like this, like going to bed at a good time, waking up refreshed at a good time, eating, because I definitely skip meals all the time.
Water.
I'm trying my best, and I'm watching myself like looking so awkward on here. But yeah, eating a good meal, going for a walk, connecting with nature, reading a book. Man, we need to put down our phones. We need to put down that blue light, and we need to read again. I find that I read out loud. And it's like, like, do I know how to read? I don't know.
I talk to text. I'm like, I don't want to write this. I'm like looking for my talk to text.
This is what I'm saying. Like, our lives are so convenient and easy now. It's like we don't know how to deal with adversity because we don't really have to go through adversity, right? And when we do face things that are inconvenient, like, we break down because we don't have the coping skills to deal with it. I'm like in such a phase right now. That's my newest part of like taking this opportunity and running with it, is like where I just want to be a completely different person. Like, I don't want to be on my phone nearly as much. Like, I want to be meal prepping, actually. I want to be exercising every day. I want to be in touch with like everything that's going on with my kids. I want to cook everything from scratch just because I also love cooking.
See, now you're saying it, now you just got to do it.
Right, now my body is hearing it.
There we go.
I know. Every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, but don't for greatness. And then I'm just like, hey, what does Instagram have to say
small, today? Right? Like, don't give yourself too many tasks and then you get overwhelmed.
That's my problem. Oh my That's my problem. I'm like, I'm going to do this.
I was the same way. And my sister, she humbled me because it's like, you're not who you used to be. And I hate that. And it's like, no, you're right. I'm not.
No.
And I have to just allow myself to rest when I need to rest.
Honestly, I don't know if I loved who I was prior anyway.
Yeah. I love now. And that's what I get a lot of people ask, you know, are you mad you got cancer? I'm like, in the beginning I was so upset. And then I was like, I'm happy I got it. Because it's made me who I am today, and it's made me realize what I want and don't want in life, and just to be happy. That's what life is, you know. Who wants to live in fight or flight forever, you know? And then that causes the damage, all the damage it does to your body, you know.
Yeah, I think that you've definitely taken this opportunity to change yourself again. Like I said, we all have a past. I've done so many things that I am so ashamed of. And it, you know, like having cancer doesn't negate that. It doesn't forget what I've done, but it's like I'm at a point now where like I've been able to let go of that, and I forgive myself for the things that I've done, and I'm sorry to the people that I've hurt.
But it does make you a better person.
It does make you a better person. Not that we're here just like tooting our own horns, like I'm a good person and you're a good person. No, it's.
But we're also only humans, so of course we're gonna have our flaws. But why not tell each other that?
Well, a huge part of healing is like the way.
I'll be your hype girl, you be mine.
Yeah, right.
Keep going.
What was that? Be your own hype person.
Yeah, be what I said. Yeah.
But you know, a huge part of healing is like how you do it, right? Like if you're just relying on somebody else to make you better,
it's not gonna work. You cannot.
It's not going to work.
Within you.
You've got to do the work. You've got to release. You've got to go through all of the hard stuff. You've got to make the changes on your own because you're not going to see the healing that you need, honestly, if you're relying on other people to do it for you.
So. And it's never going to probably happen.
No, probably not.
No.
You know what else? I know we're trying to end here, but one other thing I want to say is like, not seeing yourself as a victim. I want to say that that's a form of self-care. It's easy to blame others for what you're going through. Like, because I went through all this and this, I have cancer. Like, those events that happened to me caused cancer. Well, maybe not, but it's like, we're not a victim. Don't be a victim. If you are going through this, if you have cancer, don't woe is me. That's going to take you. That's honestly, I hate to say it.
Like, I can do this.
It's honestly like, it's weakening your mentality because like it's tearing you down. Like I said, your body hears it and your body is saying like, oh, I'm weak, I'm a victim, I'm this and that.
I can't do this. I'm gonna die. No, you're not gonna die.
No, you're not. You're strong.
Yeah.
And you're bold.
You're gonna keep fighting.
And your body is resilient and you're gonna do it. So yeah. Self-care. Yeah. Super duper important.
Very
to
important.
Do it. I mean, if you want to do the cosmetic things too, like if you want to go get
whatever
Botox,
makes you feel good.
Go get Botox. I know that I've always loved it.
I just tried it for the first time. We'll see.
Do I think it's good for you? No, I don't. Do I also want to live a life that's normal again? Yeah, 100%. Do I always want to live barefoot and crunchy and pregnant? No, I don't. I don't know why I said pregnant, but like barefoot and pregnant, I think that's a thing. Anyway, do I want to live like that? No. I want to have like a nice balance where it's like I have parts of my old life and parts of my new life combined. So if that means I'm anti-pharmaceuticals, but I also have a little bit of Botox, will also be it, I guess.
Don't judge us.
Chemo's really hard on the body. I looked old AF after I had chemo.
Yeah. I think the sleeping.
Stress.
Just
stress is aging.
Right.
Well, thank you everybody for another great show of just letting Ashley and I vent about things. Yeah. No science, just venting.
Yesterday was just venting and just trying to help you guys and us be better people.
That's right. Yeah, we hope you took something from this show today. And as always, follow us on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. What else? Anything else?
Facebook. We just started a Facebook page.
The moms and the grandmas, they gotta know where to follow us.
Right.
So, you know what? I didn't have Facebook for quite a few years because in 2020, like what a crap show that was. And I was like, I don't want Mark Zuckerberg knowing my whatever, even though I was on Instagram all the time, like what a dummy. So I deleted it, and then like now I'm back on it, and I find I'm like forever scrolling it, and I'm like, I don't care what anyone on Facebook has to say.
I actually
but like
post and I get off. I don't scroll as much anymore.
I need that. Part of my self-care.
Right?
Today I am meal prepping and I am getting off of my phone.
So our next episode I'm going to ask her what she meal prepped.
Okay,
I'll help you.
Step 1, drink water.
Okay, let's just start.
The day I got this cup, I chugged it right away. You saw that because you were here when I got it. Yeah. And I swear to you, I peed for 2 straight days, non-stop.
As she knows, I'm every hour.
Does it regulate? Because I can't look. I'd rather go 2-3 times a day, maybe off of my little morsels.
That's where you gotta put more Celtic sea salt. Get it down.
Water is such a big commitment, but I'm gonna do it. Water and meal prep. And
see, and those to me, that's just a breeze.
Sleep. Yeah, you do all the things that I definitely don't do for self-care.
We can do it together, and I can help you.
Well, I appreciate that.
All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Like and subscribe and share. I don't know what this was.
Okay. Have a great day.
Bye.